going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. For the first time in almost 2 decades, to be exact, 1,297 games, LeBron James did not score double digits in an NBA game. This is truly one of the more remarkable records that you will find in all of professional sports. But again, last night, LeBron did not hit 10 points. He scored 8 points. He had a potential to score that last bucket, Lucas, which would have put him, of course, at 10 points in double digits, but he did not take the shot. Instead, he dished it off for what was a game-winning three-pointer that saw the Lakers then beat the Toronto Raptors 123-120 in Canada last night. Now, we're going to show you here the final play. Obviously, take note, he could have shot the ball. He didn't. Watch the game-winning shot, and then we're going to hear from LeBron James post-game. He's very aware of the record. Is he upset that the streak has finally been broken?
Reeves. There he goes. Reeves to James. Kick it. Corner. Rui! Rui the winner to win the game. Rui wins it. And James gave him the basketball.
I've said it all my life, all the time I've seen LeBron play. He always makes the right play. He could have very easily tried to win that one on his own, but he sees an open teammate in the corner. He gets him the basketball. He gives the ball to the open guy, and this open guy is Rui, who drains the triple for the Lakers.
Playing the game the right way, you always make the right play. That's just been my MO. That's how I was taught the game. I've done that my whole career. There's not even 1 second guessing that. Once they doubled AR and the ball got swung to me, I know it's a numbers game. We got a 4-on-3 advantage, and I was just trying to put the ball on time, on target, and right in Rui's socket, in his shot pocket, and he knocked it down.
And knocked it down, he did, Lucas, and obviously they win the game. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Cool records, nice, but the idea is to win, and I think LeBron's always played like that, and did last night.
I think he's downplaying it a little bit, though.
You think he's upset?
To sting. Now, just imagine, hypothetically, if he kicks it off to Rui and he doesn't make that.
Yeah.
Then he would be facing so much criticism on Friday because they would say, well, you're LeBronto. You're in Toronto,
right,
and that's where you dominate all the time. How do you pass it up? Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Or they say he's scared to take the game-winning shot.
And he's always in position to face criticism no matter what he does. But he is lucky that he hit that shot because now he has something to fall back on. I do think he was genuinely excited after he hit that buzzer beater.
I think so too.
And he was happy with the team and everything. But in the back of his mind, he has to be a little bit upset. I mean,
game-winning.
dating back to 2007. That is absolutely insane. And that's something that would be pretty cool if he were to be able to finish the rest of his career with that intact. But also at the same time, this is a guy, LeBron James, has said, look, I want to lead the league in assists. I want to be that team player. I believe that has always been true, too, because he can score whenever he wants.
No, I disagree with you there. He was 4 of 17 last night. The reality is he played a bad game. He shot like bleep.
Throughout
last night.
His career, he was able to shoot at will. He could have been the scoring champion the majority of his career. Yes, now he is on the downside of his career, and he's not as good as he was.
Can I tell you why he made a mistake? So here's the one thing he could have done differently. I think I'm going to give Dylan credit for this. He should have shot the ball there as the clock expired, because either he makes the shot and they win the game and he's the hero and he gets double digits, or he misses, it goes into overtime, he gets double digits in OT, and theoretically then they go on to still win the game. Now, of course, they could lose. That was Dylan's theory. I thought it was a fantastic theory, but he didn't do it. He passed the theory. The streak does end. I truly believe that is a streak that will never come close to being broken. It's just, guys don't play 19 years in the league, period. No less to score or to play 19 years and to literally score. 82 games or so a year, Lucas, to score double digits is absolutely absurd. And it just goes to show, and I kid with the, being able to not score at will, like it goes to show how incredible of a player that he is. To be able to play at that level for that long is absolutely remarkable. Now, let's have some fun with this here. As, by the way, guys, Jose is going there. He's okay. Hi, Jose.
Jose.
We miss you. We're going to get with
Friday.
you next week. Have a great weekend, Jose. It is a long time ago, almost 19 years, like we said. That kind of got us thinking here, fellas. What was going on in our lives? Come on here, Dylan. 19 long years ago. So we've got some photographs to show everybody what was going on almost 2 decades ago. Now, we've got a pretty wide, even though I kind of look pretty young up here, maybe the youngest you could say. We obviously, we're different ages. Who is that?
Is that MJ?
It looks like MJ, but man, a little different.
Do you guys want to know something?
Yeah.
This is all fitting. This is all fitting because I took that picture, or my friend Talon, rest in peace, took that picture for me because I was going to Photoshop
That's you?
as
I thought that was
we
Dylan.
are all witnesses of the LeBron James poster.
Oh, that's you. That's you.
That's me. And my parents still live in
You got the
house.
MJ
Really?
sleeve on, or the
you got the
wristband,
Shout out to
wristband.
Big Ed Widman. Beautiful home there,
Love
beautiful
it.
fence,
White
picket
picket
white
fence,
fence.
yeah.
What more could you want? Living
True
the American
definition,
dream.
exactly.
There in.
Who do we have?
I'm saying
here?
the
It's
Melissa.
pretty clear who this is.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that
God.
is Melissa, Julia, Kristen, Nicole. It's nothing. I couldn't even say what this was.
those
An
really
ordinary
the-
old
Is
day.
this Jersey Shore
Yeah.
MTV? Is
That
this
is the
MTV, or
most
we can-
Jersey picture I've ever seen of you.
I think you're just
Oh my
throwing
God.
out random names.
What's
Those are
in
not
that
their
cup?
names.
No, Melissa, Julia, Kristen, Nicole. These are my friends. These are lovely ladies who were on the St. John's
You
dance
made
team,
up
of course.
those
Okay.
names.
No, I'm still
Top
friends
of
with
your
still
Partying
friends
with some
with
water
them.
in that red Solo
Yeah.
cup I have.
And
Yeah,
water,
staying
of course.
hydrated.
Soda,
Oh, I know
that's
this
Dylan.
guy.
That's-
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Dylan.
Dylan.
That's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
was
That's Dylan.
12 at the
That-
time.
you were 12?
So
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
living the
man.
dream over there.
Okay, and there's
Crazy.
only one left here
Luka.
now.
Let's see
so
Luka.
let's see Luka.
Oh.
Is that you, Luka?
That's not me. That's a girl, I think. I think it's a girl, but
Little Luka.
there are pictures of me like that. That's not. I don't know who that guy is. That is not Christina.
Is that your
That is
dad?
not my dad.
Wow, dude.
That is
It
not
looked
my
like
dad.
Luka, though.
That's actually me.
Oh, there.
And
And
I
Luka's
was-
dad's a chef.
Yeah,
So
and I was 4 years old in that
Oh
picture.
my god.
I thought that said Chiefs on it.
I did too.
Oh,
That
yeah.
does look like cheese.
how long ago?
That was Chef
19
Luka
years
back
ago.
in the day. Yep.
I thought I was. I'm not kidding. I thought I was a year younger than I am, and I just found out that I'm. It
Wow.
slipped my mind. That's
like
the
you saw
age.
That's what LeBron
I-
does. That's the LeBron effect.
Yeah.
He's been around this long.
That's true.
I think I was in my early 20s.
Look at me. I had hops.
Yeah. Why you? Are
Yeah,
you?
we-
You
do
the
not
ball.
see the
You don't
ring.
have a good grip. You look like you're losing the ball though.
I am palming it right there.
That's
With my
palm
palming
is
it, your
completely-
fingertip is
Yeah, your
there,
fingertip in
yeah.
it. More impressive, some would say.
Wow.
Palming it.
Shout out LeBron.
Shout out LeBron. Coming up next in TMZ Sports, George Pickens responds to Richard Sherman after the former All-Pro cornerback criticized his play on Thursday Night Football. And let's just say Pickens went off. Absolutely obliterates him on social media. We'll tell you what he said next. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Babcock and Lucas. Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens went absolutely nuclear on Richard Sherman after Richard Sherman made some, I think, fair but very critical comments about the star wide receiver after last night's Thursday night football game. Of course, you might have watched the game. The Cowboys lost 44-30 to the Lions. And throughout the game, George Pickens, he had 5 catches, only 37 yards, but it looked like he wasn't really running his routes. There was a ball that was intercepted. He just did not look like he was trying out there. So, and look, there, right there, that was incomplete. There was an incompletion. There was a ball that dropped right next to Pickens when the Cowboys still could have won the game. It looks like he could have caught the ball. He did not. Just looked like the effort wasn't there. During the post-game show, Richard Sherman, of course, is a Super Bowl champion, is an all-pro player, is truly one of the best cornerbacks that we've seen of this generation. He didn't hold back, Lucas. Watch what happened here.
George Pickens throughout the game, especially late in the game, just looked uninterested in playing football. You know, and that's what you can't have. If you're going to be a superstar, if you want to be the best receiver in the National Football League, you can never be disengaged. It doesn't matter if the game's going your way or not going your way. You can't just disappear in these games or else you're not going to have impact. And just right here, cruising routes. You're the guy. You're the guy. CD Lamb is not in this game. He's out, and you get intercepted on your slant routes, and you can't be the guy and half-ass it. I'm sorry, that's just, you can't, it's unacceptable. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys and you're looking at him and you're looking to pay him big-time receiver money, $40 million, you got to look at this tape and say, hey, is this a guy we can trust paying $40 million to show up regardless of circumstance? I don't know.
So those were the comments, and they got a lot of attention, Lucas, because, look, it's the only game on last night. A lot of people are watching, and you obviously saw that George Pickens' head didn't look like it was into it. So the question, I think, became, what would George Pickens say, if anything? And I guess we now have our answer.
We sure do. And George Pickens is going back to the scene of the crime of his usual disses. He goes on Instagram, on his Instagram stories, and he posts it for a few minutes and then deletes it. That's become his MO. And here we go with what was posted Friday morning. And I'm going to do my best to paraphrase this a little bit so I don't. Right. I'm going to protect everyone's cute little ears.
There's quite a few curse words.
This is a team game bleep. I'm not the only one on the team. Stop becoming an analyst and talking about one player when he's playing a team game. Lots of blank has to go right for explosive plays. And it's funny because I thought former players would know that, such as Richard Bleep Sherman, who, by the way, ain't bleep without Legion of Boom. We all remember San Francisco, brother. Much love, bleep. Don't speak on me unless you know the game of football. As a former player, not a bleep fan analysis, that act like double team is not a thing or a certain bracket coverages don't exist. Knowing you played ball, which show me you a leech weirdo. Now, Twitter, eat this up. Clouded kind of expletive world.
So, like Lucas said, it then comes down a few minutes later, but this is the internet. And I don't know if somebody called him and told him to take it down, or this was the plan all along. Like you said, he kind of does this.
And look, everyone has notifications set up for George Pickens now because he has a history of doing this. So he knows what he's doing. Even though it goes down, it does not mean that people do not know that he did that. And on the internet, it lives forever. Right. But George Pickens, it's going to show that, you know, great player, bad games, whatever, he is going to speak his mind. And especially against Richard Sherman, who had, you know, the Legion of Boom. He is a Super Bowl champion. He does not care. He is going to speak his mind.
And you're talking about people who saw Richard Sherman being one of those people. So here's then what Richard Sherman says in response, even though he says he's not responding, although it is a response. LOL, kid hasn't done enough to merit a response from me. I was working on my third consecutive first-team All-Pro and second Super Bowl appearance at the same point in my career. LOL, I made an All-Pro team and Super Bowl in San Francisco, but that's the fall-off for me. I think that is a fantastic response from Richard Sherman because George Pickens can't carry Richard Sherman's jockstrap. Okay, he's a super talented player. All he did was compound that crap performance last night with this nonsense Twitter tirade, and this is why a guy as good as George Pickens now finds himself on a separate team, and nobody knows what the hell to do with this guy because as good as he can be on the field, he's inconsistent, and then you got to deal with BS like this. So I could not be more team Richard Sherman here. I think it was the perfect response. Up next, a huge UFC card going down this weekend in Las Vegas. Bantamweight champion Merab Dvalishvili tells us he's living the American dream when TMZ Sports returns right after this. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Babcock and Dylan here. I'll tell you what, though, there's an absolutely kick-ass UFC card going down this weekend. We had Henry Cejudo earlier in the week, right? So Henry Cejudo, obviously, on the card is going to be his last fight. Now, Henry on the main card, but a little bit down the card. The main event is a fight I am really excited about. So Merab Dvalishvili is one of the most dominant fighters in the entire world. Obviously, he's a guy, Dylan, who waited his turn because his buddy Aljamain Sterling was the champion.
Yep.
He waited. Now it's his moment, and he is one of the most dominant pound-for-pound fighters in the entire world. He is actually looking to make history with this win as the first fighter, Dylan, to defend his belt, his title, 4 times in a calendar year. He's doing it against a guy in Peter Yan who is a badass, is a guy who, you know, with his hands is an incredibly dangerous fighter who can put your lights out. We spoke with Merab earlier this week, and he is still so focused, so intent on getting better. And if you want to think of a guy who's got a big ego like Conor McGregor, Merab's like the opposite. Watch this.
This is unbelievable even for me to how far I came, and I am American dream. I feel like very lucky to I ended up here, but like this is just beginning for me. I'm still getting better, and I'm only growing up, and I am super motivated. Yeah, I have a great life now, but I still don't enjoy this great life. I'm just staying humble, and I'm still working super hard, and I'm still living like humble way. I don't treat myself like a super good or something, you know, because now I'm a fighter and I have to just work hard and grind and continue getting better.
I think that's why you're not going to see him lose probably for a long time, Dylan, because of his attitude.
Absolutely not. And his nickname is Merab the Machine. Okay, let me take you back 9 weeks ago. He fought at UFC 320 against Corey Sandhagen.
Right.
And yeah, going for a rematch against Peter Yan. Like, this is a guy who entered the UFC in 2017. He lost his first 2 fights. Most guys who lose your first 2 fights, you're done.
Yeah, you're on the verge of being cut. I mean, you lose 3 in a row. Well, oftentimes you're out.
After that, he went on 14 straight wins. Tomorrow night would be 15.
Wow.
And yeah, it's all eyes on him. He like when I was there for UFC 320, the crowd for this guy, they love him.
Yeah.
UFC fans, like everyone's going to be on this guy's side tonight. There's a little bit of bad blood between the 2 guys too.
Makes the fight even more fun to watch. But yeah, no, I agree. His gas tank, it's something like we have never seen, at least that I can remember in the sport. 5 rounds, 25 minutes. The guy never stops, Dylan, and he's just a lot of fun to watch. Always action-packed fights. It's this guy, I think, one of the best ever in his division, maybe the best ever, and I don't think his reign's coming to an end anytime soon. Stefon Diggs celebrates his 32nd birthday with his new bae. Cardi B twerking and singing for her man in video you have to see for yourself. Next on TMZ Sports.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Lucas Widman alongside Shannon Person. Stefon Diggs had a birthday recently, November 29th, turned 32 years old. What did he do for his birthday? Nothing. What did he do during the Patriots bye week? Oh, he partied, and he had a great time with none other than Cardi B. Check it out.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Shannon, you were all over this story earlier today. What do you make of all this? And I believe there was some other footage that was circulating on social media that had a lot of people talking.
Yes, of course, Cardi B couldn't help herself but twerk for her man Stefon Diggs. Let me just point out something real quick. This girl just had a baby literally a month ago, and she looks gorgeous. I mean, I remember that she was caught up in the gym, whatever, the public gym, right? Like a few weeks after, a few days after, but she looks incredible. Their love for each other is very, like, I just love it. I mean, there's so many celebrity couples right now in the sports field, like Megan and Clay and all them, but they are right now my favorites. And I'm just happy he celebrated his birthday. I mean, some players don't have that chance to do that during the season, and Miami is one of the best places to do it. And you got that heat too, so because other places it's cold. But no, I think they looked great. I'm happy. Happy birthday. He's 32 years old, which I did not know.
Yeah.
I thought he was younger than that. But I love them together, and her twerking on him per usual. Do your thing, bull. You gotta keep twerking on. Let him know who's Cardi B.
Here's the thing, Shannon.
What?
This amazing run could get even better for this couple. You have Stefon Diggs on the Patriots. They're looking very good at the top of the AFC right now.
Right.
He could end his season with a Super Bowl ring. In February, Cardi B's expected to go on tour. That's going to be a massive success. I can only imagine. I mean, the sky is the limit for this couple. They seem happy as could be, and they're both dominating their respective fields. So happy birthday and happy love, everything all around. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Keep it going, you two.
And this might be a little far-fetched. It is. It's far-fetched. But it's given. Remember, like, the whole Travis Kelce Taylor thing, how, like, you know, they got together, enjoyed the birthday, won a Super Bowl, then later they got engaged.
You heard it here first.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's giving that same type of wave. Like, you know, she got the baby, he got the Super Bowl ring, and maybe he'll give her a ring of her own. So you never know. And I just find it funny also, I have to point out that she was playing Quavo at the time she was twerking on Stefon.
Do you think that was a sneak diss?
I don't know if she actually had control over it. It might have been a DJ trying to be funny, but I still found that crazy that Quavo's part was playing when she was twerking on Stefon Diggs.
All right, guys, not on my tippy toes here. We have got to... Now I just look super small. We have got to get out of here. A lot of big sports events going down this weekend. Of course, we've got college football. We've got a ton of consequential NFL games as we are. Once like December is here and Thanksgiving is past, like we are in the thick of it as far as the NFL goes, right? So a bunch to get on the bunch to talk about on Monday. We also have got a big interview that I'm very excited. We're actually going to talk to that guy right there, Jake Paul's opponent, Anthony Joshua, the former two-time undisputed heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist, without a shadow of a doubt, the toughest opponent that Jake Paul has ever even considered fighting. And we are going to talk to AJ. We're going to have that for you on Monday, along with all the football talk. There's going to be a bunch to go over here, guys. We're going to have a blast like we always do. Have a great weekend. Have fun. We'll see you on Monday.
I'm a lawyer.